So in this video, we are going to learn some important aspects of data type in .NET. Okay, so before going to that, so basically in .NET the data types are broadly classified into two types, right? One is value types and another is reference types. Okay, that I mentioned here. Okay, before going too deep into that concept, so first we have to understand about that memory concept. Okay, so the basically when we say one application, okay, it's basically made up of some instructions and data, and the data resides in the memory, right? So broadly the memory has been classified into three categories. The first one is global memory. Okay, so basically in some applications we may have seen like there are some variables are there. When the application starts, the variables get initialized and the value are stored in them, and that variable needs to be means that when the application end, at that time the means variable means got freed, the memory got freed, right? Basically what we're suggesting about the global variables. So all the global variables are basically resides in the global memory. Okay, these variables are basically allocated memory when the application begins and will stay in the memory till the life of the application. Okay, so the second is the stack memory. Okay, so stack memory is basically used by the local variables of a method. Okay, when inside a method we initialized a variable, local variable, say suppose int a, int b, anything. Okay, that actually resides in the stack memory. Okay, when the method is invoked, then the stack memory is allocated, and the stack memory will be cleared when the method returns the value. Okay, so the lifetime of that is that method one. Okay, when the method will be called, it will be created, and when the method will be returned, it will be elements freed out, the memory will be freed out. Okay, that is stack memory. And the third, the most important part, is the heap memory. So all the dynamic memory requirements are fulfilled by the heap memory. Means dynamic requirement means memory requirement means we are not sure about means how much memory is needed. In that case the heap memory comes into picture. So when I am going to give an example like array, okay, so that's basically resides in the heap memory. Okay, so I think the memory means I think the memory part is clear. So now coming to the data types. Okay, so the first part is value type. Value type, it means like for if I will give example, like all the basic data types like int and all that one are comes under value types. Okay, so what it does, it directly holds the value. Okay, suppose I am giving an example value type, this one. Okay, suppose just imagine that this is a suppose memory area. Okay, so what the value type, what it does, it the variable directly holds the value. Okay, suppose x equal to 10. Okay, so what it does, the variable directly holds the value in that variable, and that will be reside in the what in the stack memory. Okay, so now coming to the reference type. So what it does, in the reference type, if you will see, the variable holds the location of the means the value will be residing in the heap memory, and the variable will be reside in the stack memory, and it will hold the address of the heap memory where the value is assigned. Okay, that means the variable doesn't directly hold the value, it holds the address of the location in heap memory where the value is there. Okay, so when I will explain with you an example, then it will be a little bit clear to you. Okay, so just think that in value type the variable directly holds the value, but in reference type the variable holds the memory means memory location in heap where the actual value resides. Okay, so now coming to the practical part. So I will give you an example, like here I have opened a like basic console application. Suppose here I am typing as int a. Okay, suppose I type as int a. So what it means, when the main will be called, so this a, this args, all this one will be assigned memory in the, as is a local one, local variable, it will be assigned in the stack memory. Okay, when the main returns, it will be freed out. Okay, so when I am saying int a equal to 2, okay, so as this means it's a what value type, right? It's a value type, so basically it will be reside in the our stack memory area, where a will directly hold the value 2. Okay, if you will change a to some other integer like 5, then the value will be changed to 5. Okay, so now I will show you interesting thing regarding the reference type. Okay, so after seeing this example, it will more clearer to you, means how the in reference type how the variable holds the memory address. Okay, suppose here I am taking a integer array. Okay, suppose integer array a. Okay, and here I am taking one value. Suppose it holds a value 1. Okay, suppose I am taking another integer array. Suppose that is integer array b, and what I am doing, I am assigning that to 1 a. Okay, then means I am just assigning the integer array a to integer array b. Okay, now what I am doing, I am changing the element in array b to 2. Okay, now if I will see what is the value in a. Okay, if I will see the value in a, okay, let me, what I have done earlier, in a I have assigned 1, then I have assigned the array 1 to array b, and I have changed the value to array b to 2. Okay, so let's see what is the value in the array a now. Yeah, so let's go. A has been initialized, a has been assigned to b, and we are changing b. Now what will be the answer? If you will go and see that one, a has been changed to 2. Okay, now you got it, like we have changed the address of, we have changed the value of b, but it's changing the value of a. Why is it happened? Because both are pointing to the same memory location that is present in heap. Okay, if I will explain here, okay, what has happened earlier, suppose this is the array a. Okay, it was pointing to heap memory where the value was like 1. Okay, then what I have done, I have created another array which I have done b, I have assigned that b a to the b, right? So it also pointed to heap memory that is having the value as 1. So I have changed that to 2, right? So when I am changing that to 2, that means when we will access that A, it will also, as it's pointing to that same location, it will return as 2. Okay, so I believe this part is clear. So that's all for this video. I think you have all understood this one. So thank you for watching this video, and if you like this one, then please subscribe to our channel. Thank you.